Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we're doing just a personal illustration today, and this one was a bit of a moment because when I was trying to think of an idea for this week's video, I was going to try and do a free market challenge, but it was just the thought of trying to create an illustration that could then work to any combination of colours. It's just stressed me out a little. I still do want to do a free market challenge, it's just this night I wasn't that motivated. So instead, I tried to push myself and try to do some semi-realism. I was originally going to try and go for realism, but then realising halfway through it, I can't do realism, and that's something I need to work on. So yeah, for this illustration, I used a combination of both my Winsor Newton Cartman watercolours and Arteza colouring pencils, which I found to learn watercolours and coloured pencils are such a great combination as they really help one another. As you can see, I'm using watercolours right now to build the base, or you could say foundation of the colours, just blocking in all the different shades and tones, stuff like that. I'm trying to put in as much detail as I can with the watercolours, so I'm not relying too much on the coloured pencils. It's something I need to work on, as I know a lot of artists can do a lot of detail with just watercolours and can do a full portrait in just watercolours. I struggle with that, and so it's just something I need to progress onto. But then following this, as you'll see afterwards, I will go in with a pencil to add little details such as the hair, shading on the lips, on the blush, stuff like that. I forgot what I was about to say, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, one thing I want to talk about today in this video is, especially with paintings, well, a lot of illustrations can go through this, is going through the ugly stages of painting, which can lead to a lot of self-doubt in a lot of artists. It was around this point in the illustration that I was thinking to myself that it's not looking how I wanted to, should I just quit, should I just give up, etc, etc. And it's just about that motivation you need in yourself to be an artist, to just say no, persevere, push through it, because you are doubting yourself, but it will get better. This is what artists will call the ugly stage of any painting. It's the middle part, because when you do an illustration of painting, the start, the sketch will look nice, and the finished outcome, whatever, will look nice. It's just often the in-between part where it's a mixture of different mediums, or things haven't dried, there's not enough contrast, stuff like that yet. It makes it look ugly and not how you want it to look. And so yeah, it's just a skill I think you need as an artist to realise to yourself what you are capable of, and if you know you are capable of doing something like this, you just push through those boundaries almost and get past this ugly stage. Which luckily I persevered, and as you'll see in the final outcome, I am very happy with how this came out. Because for me, when I do semi-realism to start with, I often do digital, because digital is a lot easier I think for me to do skin tone, because with watercolour, it might be the watercolours I'm using, the Cartman colours, if you are a watercolour user, because I consider myself like a basic intermediate. Give some recommendations what you want to try. I do want to try the Arteza watercolours because they're apparently really nice to work with. But with me, when I was especially doing a skin tone, when I put a layer of wash down, I was doing like parts of the face at a time. It'll just dry up on one part when I get to the next part, and so I couldn't really blend the parts together. And I created like blotches of coloured skin, like some were a bit darker, some were a bit lighter, and that just frustrated me. That's why when I do skins and like tones of people, I like to do digital, because I can lay all flat coloured down first and get on top with different colours. But that's kind of what my approach I was trying to do with this was, but I think I need to learn in the future is to try and use more of the wet on wet technique in watercolours, because that's how they're supposed to be used. They're supposed to be all like blend into one almost, and just let it work naturally, and that's something I need to get better at. But yeah, back on topic of pushing through. It's a hard skill to start off with, because especially young artists, when they start doing art, they get very intimidated because they try and compare themselves to other artists. I remember growing up, I compared my art not only to people older than me in my class, which is not as bad, but I compare myself to famous artists. I was thinking, why aren't I as good as them? I was bloody 11 at the time. Of course I wasn't going to be that good, because I'd only been doing art where I wanted to actually improve my skills for about 2 years at that point. Since up until that point, I was just doodling for fun. But art is a skill. It's something you have to build up and get past. And so once you start, and this is one of my biggest tips I give, especially to young artists, but just artists in general, is that you should not compare yourself to other artists. But it's not healthy to compare yourself. Instead, you can acknowledge things, and especially when you're learning from other artists, You can acknowledge things like, oh yeah, they do that better, they do this better, and it's just something that you want to work towards and improve upon. It'll get to a stage though where you realise that you want to create your own style as well, which is something I will go into in another video. It's all about creating rules. Not creating them, but there are rules in drawing and art in general that you should follow to start with, but then you break those rules to create your own style, etc. I'll go into that in another video one day. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up this video because I have nothing else to really talk about except for one final thing, the name of this piece. Right now, as I'm editing this video and when I recorded it, I just labelled this as green because I think the green beret just accents and really contrasts well to the dark neutral brown tones in the illustration. But if you guys have got a different name for the illustration, what you want to be called, or ideas for what it could be called, just leave a comment down below. Because when I do want to post this to like my social medias, my portfolio, stuff like that, I do want a proper name, unless you think the name of green is just good. I think it's just something plain and simple, but I don't know, I want to hear what you guys think. But yeah guys, thank you for listening. I'm just going to let the music play on as the video carries on. But until next time I see you, hope you stay creative, that could be a new saying, stay creative, keep on drawing and just have fun with your work. Up until next time guys, I'll see you then.
As the wave of the drum keeps me going, vibrations pick up and lash at me. I feel the sound, senses flowing, words come quaking out of me. Like a typewriter, senses flowing, blood is flowing. It's like the wave of an ocean. 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 It's like the wave. You gave me my voice, you reminded me I had a choice. You knew I always fancied keyboards, I watched you grow. You knew me, a typewriter, you presented to me, a choice to stand or fall, I chose it all. I won't lie, I've made mistakes in my day, but owning up to it all only gives me grace. A typewriter, senses flowing, blood is flowing. A typewriter beats like the wave of an ocean. Beats like the wave of an ocean. It's like the wave of an ocean. I didn't mean to hurt you.